Hi, my name is Kylie Jensen. My topic is about methods to reduce generalized anxiety. And the purpose of this speech is to discuss how certain foods, exercises, and therapy can help lower anxiety levels. Many people, including even students in this program, I'm sure deal with some type of anxiety throughout their life. And this goes along with the question with how many people deal with generalized anxiety? According to Anxiety and Depression Association of America, generalized anxiety disorder affects 6.8 million adults of the U.S. population. So that is about 3.1% of the U.S. population, which doesn't seem like a big number compared to the 6.8 million people. And I also included different types of anxiety, such as panic disorder, which is at 6 million people, 2.7%. We also have social anxiety, which is at 15 million people, 6.8%. And we have specific phobia, which is at 19 million people and 8.7%. And combining these all together, these different types of anxiety, that I would say that's a large group of people. And with this many people dealing with anxiety on a daily basis, there's just so many great solutions that can be very beneficial on reducing stress or in the anxiety levels that I will demonstrate throughout this speech. My credibility related to this topic is from personal experience. So personally for me, just being out in public, especially when I'm by myself, my anxiety levels just raise to the roof. When I'm with somebody, it's not like as bad. Talking on the phone, taking a test because I just want to make sure I get that A, or I'm just worried of how I'm going to do on the test. And also giving this speech gives anxiety because it's just not something that you do every day maybe. And I'm sure a lot of people could say similar things or have different types of scenarios. But it could also be similar as just being out in public or maybe doing new things, or maybe someone's afraid of heights and that gives them anxiety. Going on to the next question, why is it important to recognize your anxiety? According to Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research, having an anxiety disorder does more than make you worry. It can also lead to or worsen other mental and physical conditions such as depression, social isolation, headaches, or problems functioning at school or work. This is why it's so important just to recognize your anxiety, because you don't want it to lead to depression. Depression can lead to severe depression, and it's just a bunch of negative thoughts that can run through your head. It can lead to worse situations than that, like it could be harming yourself. Also, socialization is not good. It's definitely good to be social with people and, be able to talk to people, and being able to vent is a good way to put it, so you don't feel the stress just on your own. And if it affects your school or your workplace, your school grades just can get lower, not doing so well in school, or with work, you might not be putting your full effort into work because you're just feeling so down. And once you recognize what triggers your anxiety levels, you can try several solutions or find ways that may help calm your nerves. And diet can play a huge role in how your body will feel throughout the day. So how does diet affect anxiety levels? Foods that contain antioxidants or magnesium, these types of foods definitely support your muscle and nerve function. According to Suruchi, magnesium blocks the activity of more stimulating neurotransmitters and binds to calming receptors, resulting in a more peaceful and resting state. So when it does bind to those calming receptors, when you don't feel anxiety, you feel relaxed. You don't feel as stressed or tense when you're in that type of situation. And also, according to Suruchi, it helps regulate the release of stress hormones like cortisol, acting like the brake on your body's nervous system. So with your body's nervous system, when you are feeling those high anxiety levels, it affects those muscles. So when you feel anxiety, you tend to be tense, and you're just not as comfortable as you are when you are comfortable. And just a few examples of just different types of foods that are magnesium-rich foods that you may want to add into your diet, or it is already included in your diet, such as peanut butter, milk, bananas, potatoes, spinach, green foods, whole grains, yogurt, nuts, whole grains, foods such as that. Those are definitely great foods to include into your diet. And not only your diet may release those stress hormones, but exercise can also release those happy hormones. And those happy hormones are going to be endorphins. So how does exercise affect anxiety levels? Well, when you exercise, it is the release of endorphins, and the endorphins are that good positive feeling in the human body. So according to Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research, regular exercise may help ease depression and anxiety by releasing feel-good endorphins, natural cannabis-like brain chemicals, and other natural brain chemicals that can enhance your sense of well-being. So just to include like an example is like from personal experience, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it. When you go to exercise and you go to the gym, after you do a long workout, you can definitely tell like a difference in your body. Like you could feel more relaxed and you feel less stressed. Because I feel like we tend to go to the gym like right after a long day of work or a long day at school. And, you know, when you're at the gym, that's your personal time to just relieve the stress and just exercise. And after you exercise, you tend to feel better about your body and you feel that you've got something done today, that you've accomplished, you know, your workout. And that gives your brain like just a break from all the stress that you were dealing earlier in the day or earlier in the week. And just a couple of examples of just different types of sports. There's running. I feel like a lot of people can do running, and it's just something that's easy that you can go do on your own. There's also, you can ride your bike. Swimming is definitely a great exercise. Lifting weights, playing basketball, doing gymnastics, or surfing. Those are definitely great examples of different exercises that you can do. Also, it doesn't have to be exercise. You could also do like different hobbies that you're interested in, whether it's playing music, just listening to music, or playing an instrument like a guitar, or it could also be playing video games if that's something that you're interested into. Those are definitely ways that can help reduce your anxiety if that's something that you love to do. And diet and exercise can help release many stress hormones, but it is important to practice or socialize situations that may have caused the generalized anxiety. So how does therapy help reduce anxiety levels? This can be definitely through cognitive behavioral therapy. And what this does, it can resolve negative or nerve-wracking feelings, and it can help change your perspective on certain situations that can cause your anxiety to rise. So according to Melinda, for people with anxiety disorders, negative ways of thinking fuel the negative emotions of anxiety and fear. The goal of cognitive behavioral therapy for anxiety is to identify and correct these negative thoughts and beliefs. So therapy is just a great way to, it's a great way to go and talk to somebody, to vent to somebody about these issues that can cause you to have these anxiety levels. And it's definitely great to vent because sometimes you just need that person to talk to, or you just need that advice to get through the day. Also, with cognitive behavioral therapy, a therapist may they may recommend you like just doing like certain practices throughout the day that can help you feel relaxed. I'm sure that they have many different types of solutions that could just help you feel at ease when you're in those situations. So say that you're out in public, say that you have like social anxiety and you're out in public, and maybe one way to like reduce it is you might want to like step away, or maybe you need to go get some type of food to like help you feel relaxed. Food that may be high in magnesium. Just different types of ways. I'm sure a therapist could definitely help with that. And in conclusion, diet, exercise, getting therapy, or even talking to someone that you can trust can help reduce those anxiety levels. Prevention is definitely a great way if you don't already have anxiety. Just continuing having a healthy diet, continuing to do exercise or those hobbies that you love to do are great ways to prevent anxiety. And lastly, everyone's anxiety levels may be different. You know, some people may have higher levels of anxiety, some people may have lower levels, or it could just be in the in-between. But diet, exercise, or getting therapy are just a couple ways of just reducing anxiety, generalized anxiety specifically. And here are my references for statistics and pictures as well. And thank you.